These are the large format porcelain panels that we're going to be installing. They're 3 meters by 1.5 meters by 6 millimeters thick, with a weight of 15 kilos a square meter, so you've got a weight of 67.5 kilograms per panel, occupying 4.5 square meters. And with the aid of the new StoneClip support clip, we're going to actually show how we can install 4 of them back to back. This is a perspex example of how we intend to fix the StoneClip. So you can see here the StoneClip block nut, which will secure the actual clip onto our adjustable shaft, and then we'll be able to fix that with the aid of the base plate onto here. All the adjustment will occur between the shaft, the base plate and the channel, and will allow us to directly fix those large format porcelain panels to our new support clip. These are the StoneClip 316 concrete stainless steel screw bolts with the washers here, and the square washer you can see in the channel are what we've used to actually install the channel into the 150mm deep precast panels. They require a 6.5mm drill bit for the pilot hole and a 10mm socket attached to an impact driver for ease of installation. In the initial stage of installing this channel into the precast, we've actually drilled a 6.5mm pilot hole. The screws themselves are 50mm long, so our pilot hole has been a penetration of 50mm. Once we've done this, we've actually used the aid of a blower to remove any excess concrete particles from the pilot hole that will inhibit the StoneClip set screw being actually able to be installed into the precast. The blowing out of the holes is an important stage as it removes any residue that can actually interrupt this process. You can see here how we've locked on the locking pad to the actual clip itself, which has been attached to the shaft. This tool that is supplied with all the kits enables the installer to do that. Our adjustment for the zone of works will now be made with the adjustable base plate, which will be wound into the desired length to create the cavity that is needed for the installation. A 10mm channel nut and stud set will be used to attach the StoneClip itself to the channel. These new StoneClip support clips have been manufactured to help installation with the large format porcelain panels that are becoming available on our market today. 3 meter by 1.5 by 6mm porcelain panel. We're using our 6mm bend here, which is a 200mm by 100mm by 2mm product with a fixation zone across it. The epoxy will transfer between the porcelain panel and the StoneClip support clip, which will then be locked on with the aid of the StoneClip adjustable shaft and base plate to the channel you can see below. So far we're going through the setup stage of the StoneClip's new support clip. We're installing into a 150mm deep precast concrete tilt-up slab. We're creating a substructure with a 41 by 41 by 2.5mm hot dip galvanised channel. It's a C-section channel and it's been installed into the precast concrete with the aid of the StoneClip set screws and our square washers. The next stage of the installation will be actually to install the clips onto the channel that we can have here. We'll be able to create our own zone of work where we can bring the clips out to the right space and actually run lines across the whole face of our zone of work, so therefore creating a zone where we can just put the stones and the large format porcelain panels which we've got over here. It would be worth mentioning here that the channel pieces could be complete lengths running vertically. This would speed up the setup stage of the installation immensely. Other substrates could also be used, such as Caulfield block, precast or even plywood with the adjustable style base plate. The system could also be installed directly into masonry walls by chemically fixing the shaft into the wall and bringing the excess length out so to create a plumb working zone, and then fixing the support clip base plates to the shaft and continuing with the installation as detailed from here on in. The installation process is now underway. Here we've used a laser level and chalk lines to determine the starting point. The panel sizes and joint widths are marked on the wall to determine the position for the channels. Ferrite level is used on the datum lines to determine the points where the channel is to be fixed. The channel is installed by drilling pilot holes through its extrusion points. These 6.5mm pilot holes are blown clean. The channel is then secured to the substrate with the StoneClip screw bolts by using an impact driver. The top point of the panel is calculated, and in this case the channel that will be used to tie off this panel is positioned just below that point. Intermediate pieces of the channel that will be used to offer additional support are also installed in a similar manner. At this point everything is double checked with a laser and a spirit level. The subframe has now been set up. Check to make sure that it's plumber level. This is an important step as the real benefit from this system is that it creates a perfect zone to work from. The support clip base plates are now installed onto the channel. Again, the positioning is double checked. The shafts that will attach the support clips are now wound into the base plates. The exact cavity has already been determined. Once they are in place, the lock nut on the shaft is tightened back to the base plate to secure this point of the clip. A laser level is used to check that the shaft is in position millimetre perfect. This stage is extremely important and will determine how the finish will be. This stage exemplifies the benefits of the system, which is to create a perfect zone from which the installer can work from. The support clips themselves are now installed onto the shafts. The bottom course will make use of the shelf component of this clip, where the intermediate clips will be turned around to allow the complete face of the clip to adhere to the panel. Again, this stage is checked, in this case with a laser level and a string line. The installation setup is now complete and perfect in positioning of both substructure and clip. Preparations for installation are now made. The installer will correctly mix and apply the adhesive to the support clips. We've used a fast-acting epoxy to the starting course and a slower cure mix for the intermediate clips. The panels, due to their size and weight, are moved into position with the added suction caps. A Dutch pin is used to hold the panel in position during this stage, and we've used lippage pegs to secure a smooth finish. The results speak for themselves and showcase the simplicity of this system and its advantages over traditional fixing.